We'll live the corporate life as husband and wife and make all our love offshore. Estee Lauder was too bold. Sears was too old. Pillsbury Doughboy was too round. Michelin was tired. Cisco was wired. Delta never got me off the ground. Mean old sheriff, done me wrong, on the hill they are digging, on the grave where he'll be lying cold, blue suit on, dead and gone, mean old judge, done me wrong, on the hill they are digging, on the grave where he'll be lying cold, blue suit on, dead and gone, old Jim Crow, done me wrong, lend a hand on the digging, on the grave where he'll be lying cold, blue suit on, dead and gone.
All speaks money, if he's cold, sees us as things to be bought and sold. But if you've a nickel, I'll make you a bet. We'll teach that boss some manners yet. When Mayday comes, we'll have our say. When Mayday comes, when Mayday comes, we'll have our say. When Mayday comes.
They've got the rats, they've got the fakes, a little cash, a couple drinks. They've got the world, it's theirs for free. They've got everything but you and me. They've got the power, they've got the press, they've got the banks, the stocks, and all the rest. They got everything, they've got
Everything but you.
all I've got is mighty fine. It all is theirs and none of mine. But there's one lot they cannot buy, and without that they kick and cry.
And Darian, with her chutzpah, just got up and started singing a song she'd written, and people started singing along, and suddenly it felt like a group and not a series of little groups. And I tell that story, Darian, because I just think that's the perfect example of what we can do with music, even if it's done without planning ahead.
Please introduce yourself.
Yes. I'm Celine Chandler from San Jose. This is up really high, but I think we'll be good. So one thing that our group, we had a special group because most people there are artists, and from the artist perspective, we have to be aggressive about our standards. There needs to be a contractual agreement before you actually go. And, you know, of course, on your end, it's showing up on time or early so that there's clarity. A lot of times our artists are getting, you know, pushed off or off the stage, and that's not okay. So when you have that contract, they will still have to pay you for your time. Now, if you're an artist that's up there giving free performances, it's a little different. But at the same time, so we shared stories where basically the professional of the artist is the profession of art is not being respected, and a lot of us aren't looking at activism as an art as well.
Opening up world trade was a good thing, really, and I'm not a liberal economist. It was a good thing because the world had gone to hell when everybody tried to play neighbor and neighbor in the 30s, and it didn't work. But by the 70s, you'd reached kind of the limit of that. And everything since has been giving away the shop to the capitalists. And if you look at the TSPP, whatever the hell, it's all about intellectual property rights and the rights of capital and setting up a board where you can challenge any national regulation on capital, and including environmental regulations, and bust them in the name of free trade. And the only way we're really going to solve this problem is we've got to get a saner economic system that doesn't demand endless growth and endless enrichment of the people at the top.
How about socialism?
That's what I would call it. That's what we used to call it in the good old days, right?
The park was to be a partnership park because the scattered sites that define the park are all in either private hands, corporate hands, nonprofits, civic. We were to own nothing. How do you do that? How do you create a park, a national park that has no boundaries? Because the sites were spread throughout the city. The only park that vaguely resembles this one would be the one in Lowell, Massachusetts. But in that case, the federal government went in and purchased those textile mills.
And on September 11th, there was a restaurant at the top of the World Trade Center, Tower 1, called Windows on the World. And on that morning, 73 workers died, and about 250 workers lost their jobs. And about 13,000 restaurant workers lost their jobs in New York City in the months and weeks following the tragedy. Because no one was eating out, there were no tourists coming, the whole industry basically shut down. And there was a union inside Windows on the World. This was before the merger of Unite and HERE, so at that time it was HERE Local 100. But it was a very tiny union, and I say tiny because less than 0.001% of all restaurant workers in the United States are unionized. Even Local 2, the majority of what they represent are hotels and other kinds of institutions, not independent restaurants. So the vast majority of independent standalone restaurants in America are non-unionized, and Unite Here has not focused on those institutions, and yet, as somebody said, they are the fastest growing sector of our economy.
Is there any distance between me and my machine? So close, I can almost touch you. So far, still I feel the pain.
Before, but as you were singing, I think that part of why they have a higher PTSD or suicide, whatever, is the isolation is torture. When you do something like that, like men who go into war, they come back with all this camaraderie. Yes. But here, you are like in an isolation cell and you have to bear it all yourself.
I carry so many stories of David being here for people over the years. Young people and older people, students and friends and family. Being there with an ease and availability. So he pretty much had generosity and kindness covered. And I think there is no better way to honor David than to keep making music and singing for that world. Thank you. Thank you.
IFWU is unstoppable. Started out in 1934 on Bloody Thursday. We belong to many
push in on a two-shot. A little tighter. Make it slow.
You're all invited to attend a celebration in Santa Cruz at the Veterans Hall on March 21st, that first day of spring. A community is going to come together and celebrate the many, many aspects of him as a worker, as a musician, as a unionist, and as a family man, and honor the labor of my brother and your brother, Dave Lewis. So don't mourn, celebrate, and organize.
Your Mandela had conquered for you.
A corporation is a person. Moreover, it's a man. A woman is a helpmate for pleasing if she can. And a man may worship any god he pleases, just so long as his religion is approved by Jesus. All hail us, and heed us, and read us, and quote us. When Ginsburg and Breyer, Kagan and Sotomayor booed us, they said to screwed us, screwed us.
What do we tell these disappointed innocents turned without sentence? Tell them that they will never be the same again. Because, my friends, only the extinct do not change. So fish and fetus, suckling infant and sulking cynic, we may never be the same again. But all of this is meant to sound optimistic. For it means simply, we are not stuck this way. It means we can change. It means we will change. It means we will never be the same again.
In 1988, that Lincoln created for the Labor Heritage Council. And the whole thing, so it's graphic art and it engages both the graphic art and our music. You can't see it from where you are, but all around the edges of this ring are musical notes to tie it all together. And I'm proud to present it to you.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. I love saying that. You don't get to say that very often. I'll keep this short because we've got some good talent. But getting this award is really humbling, and I'm honored. And it makes me think about why I do what I do and why I'm here. And a lot of it comes down to 3 letters, STP. I'm a child of the 60s. And STP is something I do every day. Serve the people, stop the pig, and speak truth to power. So I want to do that too. Keep doing it.
Maybe the last time we sing together. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Maybe the last time we sing together. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Do it now. This may be the last. This may be the last time, children. This may be the last time. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Maybe the last time we clap together. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Maybe the last time we clap together. Maybe the last time, I don't know. Help me out now. This way. Look it louder. Look it louder. This may be the last time. Look it louder now. This may. Come on, come on. The last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know.
When I